Can you hear me? Good evening. If you can, please turn on your camera. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Antina. Thank you, Xing Yuan. Thank you, Nicole. Lu Han, I think it's not in. 还有宜家是吗？ Okay, without further ado, it's 8:02, so let's get the things going on. Okay, today we're going to complete the chapter 10, as many slides as possible. Hi, Bohan, 你好. Okay, please turn on your camera if you can. Thank you, Nicole and Bohan. All right, so let's talk about chapter lesson 11 today. Oh, my mommy birthday. Wish my mommy birthday. Happy birthday to her. And let's look at what we're going to do to cover for today's lesson. We're going to talk about, okay, ICRA, just a quick one. Hi, Bohan, what happened to you last week? You forgot to come in.
I forgot there's a lesson.
Huh? Sorry?
I forgot there's a lesson.
I can't hear you. You're very soft.
I forgot there's a lesson.
Okay, next time put in the calendar and create a reminder so you'll know. Thank you very much. I hope you have watched your video. We are going to talk about ICRA. Of course, just a recap. ICRA is for SPQ. Okay, that's the method how you tackle your inference, comparisons, similarity, differences, usefulness, reliability, and assertions, and so on and so forth. Of course, you must see what kind of how many marks is given. The tone and purpose are very important. Take note. And if it's agree or not agree, you must bring two sides of the coin. If it's agree, you must say yes and no agree, then cross-referencing. Support or not support, reliable or not reliable. So at least when you answer this kind of question, you must at least have 3 paragraphs, 2 to 3 paragraphs. Okay, thank you. Hi, Nicole, welcome. So this is for SRQ, comparing with 2 different sources or 2 different factors, and which factors is important. So which is, do you think, so far we went through the few slides. So which one do you think is more important? Is it homogeneizations or hybridizations? Okay, so it's no such thing as which one is better, which one is good. But of course, it depends on, write down if you want to. It depends on the culture and the country, the origins. So for France, definitely it doesn't like to be hybrid. It want to be one culture itself. Just like Italy, why they do not want to let Starbucks to come into their territory, to their country, because they are true strong heritage. And there's some country they do not allow certain things like fashion, like this Myra Styrie and Lady Gaga and Taylor Swift. Why they cannot go to this kind of country? Because the way they dress 太过暴露了 because of their religions, 他们不可以接受这种的行为啊。可是现在是已经21世纪了sorry， 你不要跟我讲21、22、23还是100世纪，我们的 culture， 我们的 religion 就是这样的信仰。可是为什么我们华人以前共产党都可以这样脱胎换骨 change to a new chapter, new life, new initiative, new dimensions or paradigm shift? Why can't you accept it 就是这样咯。That is my reason my religion, so cannot. Later, I'm going to put on Prime Minister Lawrence Wong. That one cannot be recorded. So, Luhan, if you're watching this, if you need to know about what Mr. Lawrence Wong say, then I will send you the YouTube to you. But that one, I have to pause recording. I'm more worried of the copyright law. Okay. So I want to wait for Yijia to come in, then I'll show you. Okay. So it's more interesting. Okay. Right. So then we're going to talk more about this. And of course, we're going to do this. Okay, this is chapter 10, and then we're going to do more about, like I said before, right? This is a question to powder. Okay, whether which one is more important. Please do not take it like your social study, you must study this. This will go across all the way to your A level, even your poly. Can just a quick one. Which one has the most impact? Usually for this in Singapore, I feel that entertainment, food, and fashion, the EFF are the one who plays an important part. But Uncle Raymond, didn't you just say that religion is the most important? Why suddenly you change to EFF, entertainment, food, and fashions? Yeah. Because you know why? In Singapore, we already kind of very respect our fellow religions, meaning that we treasure our different race and religions. We respect their religions. We are not there to hinder, HIND. We are not there to destroy, to eliminate, to prevent them from practicing their religions so they can do their own. In fact, because of religions, they come out the entertainments, that means they're hybrid. They allow different religions to blend in together to showcase during the Singapore National Day parade with their kind of fashions and of course their values. So for this generation of yours, it is definitely entertainment, food, and fashions. Now, entertainment is everyone is looking forward to because all works and no play make you a dull person. So with entertainment, it kind of distress you. Not only that, it kind of bring out the vibrancy of a country. How? How can it be? Now, entertainment is not just like the F1, the Lady Gaga coming to Singapore or Taylor Swift or anything. But with this entertainment, take note, write down, it kind of unite the people. But not true. And then you think unite, 有些地方还放炸弹，或者鸡蛋correct 了，还放炸弹seriously 为什么Uncle Raymond 就是这样咯？他们就是 jealous 咯，就是对你们不爽sorry现在我不会给你们 notes 就是说 after lesson 我才给你们 notes. The reason is that I don't want your parents, I'm not sure I told your people, I don't want your parents to come and disturb you or say, hey, how come never do Uncle Raymond homework? Okay, my homework is not important as of in your school homework. I mean, my homework is important, but what I meant is please complete your school homework and your other tuition homework. 只要你专心听课，然后来我的 free lesson，然后你有空就做你的 exam paper，然后最重要宜家 and all listen， 你学校的 test paper 还是 exam paper， 你觉得你的老师 mark 了不公平，还是不完美，还是觉得有偏见 ，whatever you call it agreement. Can I have your second opinion to mark the paper? And sometimes if I cannot mark because I feel the answer is like that or whatever reason, it's not I cannot mark， 我不会 mark 我觉得我会叫另外一个老师帮我 check 一下。Okay, that's it. I must be fair to all of you because every single mark will make you to go to different JC and poly not just my social study 你要 take 每一个 mark 很重要，就像在我们的所谓的 general elections 每一票都是很重要性，是关键性来的，是为了我们国家前途。一票 every vote counts a very important. 你不要小看这些一票。Okay, I have a fair share enough to tell you my 50 years plus of experience in my life. So yeah, so why I want to emphasize this why food and fashions. Now you see food 是一代传一代的，所谓我们的奶奶古早味道。我们是华人传统，那我们华人传统 ，don't mind speak in Chinese, feel more at home this kind of traditional foods and the culture that we have， 就是我们所谓的过年过节啦，中秋节、端午节，什么节都好，这点点滴滴是带来了我们的一个字，就是圆团圆的圆还是用团？我为什么呢？因为在这个团圆里面，我们带进了我们中国5000年文化，就是 entertainment right。好像恭喜恭喜你，好像宜家是吗？还是谁？你们玩乐器对吗？Chinese orchestra right？你觉得这些乐器是几千年来的历史？然后当你在吃团年饭的时候，你会感想到那种 entertainment，就是说李白吧，你看李白他离乡背井，当他在看到月亮的时候，他可能吟歌喝酒吟诗，最后不幸的他掉进河里死掉。OK， 可是你看那时候的 fashion， 他拿了一个扇子一杯酒，然后就那边引起了诗，所谓床前明月光。 So this is something like bring out the values. You can agree and don't agree with it, but you must accept that this is a culture. Right now, you must accept it. The reason is you can don't agree, you can disagree, but you have to accept that is the culture from Chinese, from the Malays, from the Indians, from different races. And very sad, this is live recording. Recently, later you will hear Mr. Lawrence Wong's speech. Politics, don't bring in religions. It's very true. So, Nico, you see, Uncle Raymond's always say, Nico, religion is the most important. And true enough, if you still don't believe me, later you listen to Mr. Lawrence Wong, okay? Xingyue and Bohan and Yijia and Luhan, later you send the YouTube to you. Of course, you all want to listen, that is good, and then, because 我讲的一向来都是，不是说我 show off 一向来都是知道的。Religion is super important. I'm not saying the rest are not important. 一个 religion 可以带动整个团体去自杀都可以。So the fashion itself, why some people cannot accept the fashions, like you know, 你们女孩子很喜欢穿到短裙短裤，这边破一个洞，破那个洞，人家讲跟你们你太过 old fashion 了，你的是林青霞还是周璇那一种年代？对对对。My thinking is next time your children, your daughter or your son the dressing how 就像那些美国人你看他们的好像没有 fashion taste。他穿的衣服哇，这边露一个洞，露那个洞，到底要 show off 什么wait, Uncle Raymond, is it due to social study? Yes, it got to do with social study because it's a culture and values. Number 1 and number 5. And also number 6. Because of the way they dress, they create war. War in fashion, war in entertainment, war against the values. So which is the most important? Number 6 is the one that caused everything to go upside down. If you don't respect my religion, you're going to screw up my religion, I'm going to screw up from 1 to 5 to you. Okay? Can Now, I'm going to stop here for pause. Lu Hang, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to pause this and I would like so Yijia and all of you listening, 你觉得你看宗教在我们这个社会已经在一个历史这几千年的历史，我们不可以排除到宗教信仰是多么的重要，多么的要使我们的社会坚持下去，因为是传统。而这传统不可以四分五裂，为什么呢？因为它带来我们的历史文化。那为什么美国人觉得这个他们这样做呢？因为 sorry 他们的历史才300年，而且他们真正的宗教是什么呢？ Free thinker. Their religion is liberty. I don't like you, Yijia, I will F you, Nicole, I F you, I scold you, Xingyue, I don't like you, I boy, I scold you, and then I will F you and scold you. They can even scold their president, make their president like a clown. They even can sue the president. What kind of bloody society is this, man? Where's the respect? But 很多人还是喜欢去美国。我看到很多中国人也是在美国。我现在我的缅甸的学生已经移民到美国，已经生了一个孩子，他老婆在第2胎。为什么我知道？因为他的 nephew 今天刚刚来上我的 PSLE 的课，昂哥是我的学生，现在他的 nephew 是我的学生。为什么呢？ So everything is all about, really, right now, the mentality. How your mentality is matured. Why is it so important? Because the mentality is involved with your mindset. If your mindset is very childish, if your mindset is not matured, realize the M. If your mindset 不够成熟的话，完蛋了咯。这个国家真的是四分五裂了。You will be crippled. The C effect, ready? You'll be having a crisis, chaos, chaos, and you will be calamity, 灾难 confusion, casualty, 全部是死了 ，C 死掉了。所以现在你要不要相信？为什么宗教这2个字宗吗？宗的对，祖宗的宗对吗？是不是我看是祖宗的宗吗？不是是 那教呢？是不是教导的教，教诲的教，对吗？啊，那你看，我虽然我华文可能很浅薄，你看宗是祖宗的宗，就是传下来的。That's how I interpret 啊。教就是祖宗传下来的教导的教诲，那教什么教义？你把它这样一夜之间完蛋，哎，no man bro cannot cannot man。Every time when I talk to my step brothers, he's a Muslim, he's a Islam. I'm a Catholic. Wow, we always talk, Nico, we will fight. We will say different belief. Okay, to him, okay, Dina, Ijia and Nico, maybe you don't like it. To him, the woman must be 3 steps behind the man. So when you all go shopping, the woman must be 3 steps behind the man. I'm not sure I'm correct or not if those Muslim people listen to me. 很奇怪啊，波汉。就是以前的孔子孔子吗？还是讲女人就是什么？女人是在 kitchen 的，男人是在外面。你现在那个孔子来新加坡讲，我跟你讲，每个女人给他一巴，对不对？以前的中国的教法是说你在内，男在外，对吗？哎 ，no，sorry man，你妈咪，你的 daddy 叫你妈咪，哎，你在家里不可以出门。哎，那我看我们的 daddy 全部睡在客厅。说不一样，我跟你相信博安很信任，你不可能跟你老婆以后这样讲。Sorry 你们女人是靠边站的，就站在后面。You see what you get 了 ？And then so it's different. You see，我们为什么要换？可是我们换是 respect 嘞。OK， 你记住啊，religion is about respect，not must follow blindly。明白吗？你看一样的宗教，你看佛教什么老子、孙子、孔子、孟子这些教导的东西是三字经弟子规，可是他们是 over the ages they change， 把它怎么 change 还是那边尊老敬贤，right？The respect must be there。Wait, Uncle Raymond, I'm doing social study. Why you tell me all these things? Yeah, because the word social study is about society. Hello, Nico, you might be Muslim, example. Ijia, you might be free thinker. Xingyan, you might be Christian, but different Christian. And Bohan, you might be Buddhism. And then you might Taoism. Correct. Why? Because I need to respect your religion first. Because you have a religion. I'm not saying that those people we are free thinker, I don't respect them. To be honest, sorry, I don't really, last time I don't respect people who are free thinker. Sorry, that's my personal view. Sorry. I feel that 一个人需要一个宗教。Why should I believe in 宗教 ？Bullshit, go and die, Uncle Raymond. Well, it's my choice. Yeah, I know it's your choice, but I feel it that you need a religion to so called to 解脱那个痛苦。人死了会去哪里？天堂吗？地狱吗？ The 2H, the heaven or hell, we do not know, right? But along the way, the social study talk, I feel religion is so important is because it gives us a sense of belonging right now. If you are free thinker, honestly, if really there's such thing called religion, 那个鬼门关跟天堂有开门，你到底现在去哪里啊？我管他，我来世就是一次了吗？我的神就是那个钱财神爷钱 money。I got people telling me this and then， 而且读书读到很高的大学生来的他跟你讲 ，sorry，我的 God 是 money God。但你是在追求什么物质上的享受的 materialistic one 呢？你没有那种感情对待社会了呢。就是我去做工，我就是看到你你就是我的敌人，你就是我的同事，你生病死什么不关我的事。哇，做人这么辛苦连你去学校来做 CCE 来做梦来读 VIA 来做什么？如果每个人社会都是 free thinker then 为什么那就完蛋了一家对吗？那你就不知道那个孝顺我们的祖先就是看到这个字ready， 你懂知道的道吗？道那个道字，那个道的意思真的很有意思。那个道不是有一个船字旁对吗？它载了一个目对吗？目就是眼睛，我们看眼睛在看着，随着看。So we are not leading blindly. We are leading with respect and rationality, logic. That is what I mean. 那个道，天道。人道，然后最重要，你知道不知道？So the knowledge that you receive. So religion is the paramount important. That's what I feel. I mean, religion means all kind of religion 啊，因为每个宗教都是叫人做好本分，做好一个人。That is why Singapore is so particular that they respect every religion. But unfortunately, Pohan, there are some countries, no, my religion is better. Of course, I'm okay. Seriously, Pohan, of course you say, yeah, my father is better than Antenna, Nicole, Yijia, Singh, and Uncle Raymond. My father is better than your father. Yeah, I agree. Of course, I agree. But Pohan, do you agree that you respect all our father? Correct now? You don't go and point middle finger at our father. Correct now? Let's be honest. So this is what I mean. But unfortunately, there are people who pointing finger at other religions. Thumbs down. You are lousy. My religion. Hey, hello. We are not God. We are not here to really to make verdict, to make judgment. When I come to this, I'm very sensitive. I'm very agitated. I'm very aggressive, but I have to be very rational. I don't want people to side at one thing. So because of this, I always emphasize religion is really very important because it improves people's quality of life, improve people to 自修信仰。可是Nicole，你懂为什么吗？他们反而拿来这个宗教来走火入魔了。哎，真的，这个很危险。你懂为什么吗？你讲，当他们走火入魔的，你 become what？恐怖分子。哇，那个局面不堪设想。That is why they got this last time, the Crusade War, the holy war between the Christian and the Muslim. We don't want to go there. The war lasts for many years. 真的，全军覆没，家破人亡。So sometimes history is giving us, do not let history repeat itself. A lot of war are fought because of religions. Now, of course, there are other things like territory dispute, like our dear Hitler. You see, why Hitler took away religions? You know what I mean, right? Why he took away communism? He believed in Nazism. He believed 我的道，斯特勒的道。Hitler 是华语叫斯特勒啊，是吗？I don't know Hitler's religions, the Nazism， 明白哦？所以那个人已经走火入魔了，所以他觉得他是一个宗教，讲错啊，不是讲错，讲难听就是一个邪教，乖魔乖魔左道啊 ，How you say 啊？乖魔左道吗 ？Anyone can correct my Chinese？
歪门邪道
邪门左道对吗？对，当你这个人做邪门左道，就是已经不堪设想了。It become a terrorist group, and he use religion as an excuse to manifest his belief, like the Osama, like that. Okay? No, I just want you because I'm telling you this now. It's not for O level. It's for your future use research in your other paper in globalization and A level things. Please. Okay, I don't want to I don't want to talk too much on that already. Very sensitive. Okay, let's go to this. So it happens now that our dear friends talk about this. Sorry, guys, give me a minute. Something wrong with my PC. Okay. So let's look at this one. Last week we talked about independent Americanism. I got student every time I'm not sure you will ask me inside your mind that what's the difference with Americanizations and versus Westernization? Isn't America is part of the Western? Yes, but the thing is Westernizations have the different cultures. They have many years of cultures. Like England, of course, the way they dress, their fashions. Switzerland have the king. Italy, don't need to say, Roman Empire, right? And then the Greece, thousands of years, the Hercules and Zeus. And Portuguese, they have their own cultures. Spain, Holland, Denmark, Finland, you name it. All this is called Westernizations with their own culture to preserve. Excuse me, more about Americanization. They don't have a culture. Agree, Antenna? They don't have a culture. 他们其实是一个移民，从英国的国家跑去美国，然后抢走那个印第安人， 在那边居住，把他们给干掉，全军覆没，杀掉，然后 take over their land。This is history 啊，我不要乱讲话。Then they become Americanizations，因为他们不服那个英国的国王，所以他们就跑掉。就是讲难听啊，你 go and 离家出走啦。OK， 自己落地生根。Like recently one of my student，我跟女儿讲，Uncle，我跟你讲啊，我 graduate 啊，我就要搬出来住了，我不想住在我家里。为什么呢 ？Of course, family things. She told me a lot of things. I say, okay, girl. If you think you can come up and be your own 啊，and 自己租一个房子，找一份工作啊 ，then you can pay for your rental, pay for your expenses. Go ahead. And this thing is called what? You ready? Independent. And then now you know why? 4th of July is the Independent Days of America. 就是他跟那个英国打仗 ，they call the Civil War. That's why United States of America, the first president of USA is George Washington. You know what they call? They call him George Washing Machine. Bloody hell! 哎，不要这样嘞！你那些 TikTok 很无聊。George Washing Machine. So George Washington in 1777 made Americans independence. 1777. 英国是几百年、几千年的。So now you see, you must have the differentiations. Americanizations is a bit different. In fact, it's more than 50% different from the Westernization. Why? Ready? Nicole, Yitia, 星远, Bohan, Luhan, and Antenna. 因为 Westernization, 他们有国王. They have king. Americanization don't have king. 对吗, Bohan? They don't call King George Washington, right? They call presidents, the first presidents of United States of America. But last time they got King George, King William, right? 对吗? They got different kings. So Westernization got to do with imperialism. But this is Americanism. So the Americanism become 儒家，你懂儒家 buffet. So 他随便他就是要把他自己这个国家这个品牌这个 marketing 做得有声有色，就是提高咯。So God, I think is very fair, Nico. God give Americans the best technology. Really? iPhone, Starbucks. Correct or not? You realize that? And then the best people went to US. Who? My cousin, Xingyuan, Albert Einstein. Edison. So you think, yeah, how come the Western has the longest history and yet how comes American become hybridizations? Because they believe hybridization is the way to go about it. But sad to say, Nicole, Yitia, and they become homogenization, they control by being racism. No. Anything that is not white, they are useless. You heard of the KKK, no? 听过吗? The Ku Klux Klan, the Supreme White, KKK. Bohan, can you help me to type inside the Zoom chat to share with the rest? And please Google this group of people. They are really a bloody cow. They are really they always believe the KKK. They are the one of the best Supreme White, just like the just like Hitler. The KKK. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. I hope you understand now. Please, when there's why I asked, I tell you this. Yeah, KKK, but you can type the full name if you can. But never mind, you just type KKK, they'll come out. All right, Ku Klux Klan. Okay, so America, is that a threat? Yes, it is a threat. It's until now, Nico and Yitia and Tana and all Luhan. Hold on, I need water. Water. Thanks, thank you. Let me drink some water. It's because 他们write down 他们怕被冷落。英文怎么讲？被冷落，被 outcast， 被淘汰，被忽略。So they have no choice. They must be outshine them. If you study history, you know World War I, US did not come into the war. Hey, hello, excuse me. Is that my problem? No, if I go to war, what happened? Germany cannot pay me. 对吗 So no, I don't want to involve. Then until they affect their economy, 来，I'm going to kill and take away Germany. 说他们不要被忽略、被冷落、being like being discarded，没有用的。So because of World War I, they start to realize the importance of their presence in the world map. So they come out all these things. So of course, Americans don't have their original culture. Okay? In fact, all the English words are from Britain. They change it like New York. There used to be a Yorktown in England. So when the people move from England to USA, they call New York. New ma. I sign because this is how God's create issue for us to settle. But let's put it this way, not every American citizens support the idea because most of the American 他们有信仰，就是有宗教的。Then I got student ask me, Uncle Raymond, so American is Christian or Catholic? I'm very confused. Because they are more right. Because you say they come from Britain, right? Britain got this different type of denomination of Christian. So which one? What kind of Christian are they? Okay, I just say one more time. Christian come from Catholic. That is the main branch. But because people don't like Catholic, they break away from Catholic and come out with different Christian. They got Methodist, they got Protestant, they got different Christian. But overall, they report to one God, that is Jesus Christ. That's all. And all of us should celebrate the Christmas and Easter Day. But American, they like to celebrate Halloween, which is on the 30th, right? 30th of October. That is a Halloween day, 鬼节啊。可是我们 Catholic 没有 celebrate Halloween day，我们 celebrate 1st of November, the All Saint Day, the Saint Michael, Saint Joseph, Saint Peter, Saint Mark, Saint Luke, and this. Okay, so American people is not really 100% trend. Okay, so you look at this one. Does this American recently the tariff? Is it considered which part of it? It's called the economy. It's no more a religion with you. Number one, Bohan, both China and US, they don't really have a religion to fight. No, 不对啊，中国有很多观音庙关公庙啊，对不对？有啊，有很多庙嘛，少林寺嘛。可是中国有一点，他们也是有 Christian 对吗？Bohan，但是 Christian 有回教，在西安那边，对吗？可是他的做法在中国跟新加坡一样 ，we respect all religion, correct 啦？but 你们不要用 religion 来 take over the country sorry, then 我就会 pin you down, 对吗 ？You can practice your own religions, I don't care, but you don't go and do it. Remember, you ask your mommy, daddy to know are you ask your dad 奶奶爷爷，他们在中国以前有一个叫做法轮功，听过吗？法轮功那时候是这个教位很大嘞。then 好像是吴景涛还是谁忘记了，吴景涛还是不是习近平的那年代，他把他 claim 到很厉害，而且他们来到新加坡呢。At least when they come to Singapore，他们 OK accept 了 government OK 啦 ，as long as you practice your religion， 把他们越做越大 OK fair fair。可是他们的传教方法是错的嘞。听说我不懂他们的 background 听说西远他们是讲说。听说他们把其他的宗教就是他的一文不值useless. Cannot 嘞 Hello, you come and preach your religion, okay but don't tell me it's just like, I say your father useless, how you feel? You feel like slapping me already. Right? It's just like saying your father is good, but I say, Uncle Raymond, your father useless, like shit. Of course I'm not happy. 对不对？一家 agree 了，对吗？ So the keyword is down to drill down respect. So why the American is a threat? Because they want to take over all others. They are saying that your religions, your race, your culture, no good. Must take Starbucks, no Luckin coffee, no 鼎泰丰, all Burger King and McDonald's. 你神经病啊 What are you to tell me? So this you see movie, to be honest, before Netflix, all this YouTube, Uncle Raymond grew up with all these movies. And that's how I learned my English. Of course, I see Hong Kong movie also. That's how I learned my Chinese, my Mandarin, and my Cantonese. So through movie, this is called entertainment. Now, do you think entertainment has the biggest impacts to the recent global society or not? I leave it to you. Yes, it has very strong impact because many years ago, sing it. Got people, not you, got people take like Michael Jackson's or Taylor Swift to become their role model. Of course, good one. But because my generation, we got this group called the heavy metal. The way they sing song, the way they rap is horrible. And most of the heavy metal in America, they allowed to do what, Nico? Take drugs. Or cannot. This is against certain rule. But American is anything you can. America is anything. It's a free country. Is it good or not? 你自己看到 during the COVID-19. Next, hybridization of American words. Do they allow, you see, however, tension arises when people question about the consequence of dominant, you see, dominant American culture. Hello, sorry, cannot. I cannot accept dominant culture. Like when Kung Fu Panda was released in 2008, there were call of Chinese to boycott the film due to the inaccurate portrayal of Chinese culture. You see? 那连那个电影entertainment 博汉都不放过我们呢。Hello， 你怎么可以改？熊猫是我们的国宝，你把它弄成什么？还有，I cannot take it Nicole，那个花木兰 ，the one not the cartoon one the real one by Disney is really a horrible. It's really horrible. I cannot take it The way they portray the 花木兰 in the Disney one is ridiculous because 因为是什么？一家美国的品牌。人家看花木兰就 because 因为是 Disney，you see become 他的洗脑。Then you have to ask 为什么我们要学这样？因为我们要一视同仁，不要有偏见。That means ready, we cannot have biasness, we cannot have prejudice, we cannot have favorism. Okay, we must make sure everyone's are on an equal footing. You realize these are the entertainments, but you can see my cousin here, Donnie Yen, was in the Star Wars, right? I think he's in the Star Wars movie. And of course, he was also in the Hua Mulan in the Disney movie. I cannot take it. Hua Mulan speak English. 真的很怪，很怪。I cannot accept it. I don't like the idea. Sorry, I'm still very conservative about this. And then India, this is a Bollywood. This one I can't remember. So this tell me that entertainment has a very strong impact to change the mindset and how mature you look through the entertainment. Are you able to accept the way the dressing? Okay, very futuristic. Does it portray an image of the Chinese culture, the Indian cultures, or other cultures? Or is it because they just want to use the American culture? Just take it and wear it. And they might get paid very well for being the actor and actresses. 你懂谁是刘德华吗？你 Go everyone， 你懂谁是刘德华吗？哦，给我一杯忘情水，还有他唱中国人是吗？很好听不要笑啦。那个歌词是我写给他的 ，OK？ 哦，给我一杯忘情水。OK， 好，不要唱了。你懂他唱一首歌叫《中国人》是吗？我们是中国人是吗？有吗？当他去日本的时候 ，they asked him to sing Japanese song he refused. Well done. Well done. No matter how much you pay me, I'm still because you know why? You see entertainment, right? It's entertainment, right? 对吗？我不要做走狗，我不要出卖我的中国人。我不是叫你做走狗吗？我只是叫你唱日本歌，因为你看那些日本人买票来看你的演唱会 ，at least 你给他们面子唱一首 Japanese 歌。可能いつの日もになって我悲しいの夢で唱那个苏巴路啦，可以吗？不可以，我就是不要唱日本歌。OK 咯，说他们有一个 write down 尊严。英文叫做 principle， 不是学校长是 principle，P-R-I-N-C-I-P-L-E，not P-A-L， 做人的原则 principle。说得好，说得好。没有东西咩？ Hello， 没有东西OK， 好。 Now we don't talk about Americanization. We talk about this. Are you able to accept Korean wave? How you? Nico, will you accept? Okay, thumbs up if you all accept. Or show me your emoji thumbs up. Do you accept? They have all the way from Euro America and thumbs up agree or Nico agree. 一家呢 agree 了。就是这些韩剧啊，这些 Korean wave 啊，会一窝蜂啊，跑去中国 and wipe out the Chinese culture。你现在要吃小笼包，你现在吃 kimchi 啊？你讲，你吃那个hot pot 的 Korean 的，没有锅贴了，它的锅贴是韩国的，要吗？博安，我不要。But can you stop now? So what I'm telling here is that entertainment has a very strong influence. Ready? Who do you think influenced the most? Which group of people? Think which group of people that influence more? Because there are questions asked before. Come on, unmute your mic or type in your answer. Yes, thank you, Kuka Khan. Thank you. I sorry, Boan to say. Come on, guys. You're taking exam, not me. Please think. I thought until 55 minutes. Minus the 6 minutes. Okay, 50 minutes. What was my question? I suddenly forgot. Boan, what's my question? Shit.
Who is affected the most?
Sorry?
Who have been affected the most by the Korean wave?
Sorry, I maybe your Wi-Fi got problem. I really can't hear you very clear. Antenna, what is the question I asked? Sorry, I put on your fault, not your fault.
The
Seriously.
Korean wave like influence like which group the most or something like that.
Oh, no, it's not American. Okay. It's not Americans. That no, not wrong, your answer. It's about the youth right now. It's the youth. 波汉，你叫你的爷爷奶奶跳那 K-pop 啦，看到他们跳吗？来，我跳一看，我示范给你看，可以吗？你跳了，可以嘞。你跳，跟你讲那个骨头，哎呀，孙子啊，奶奶不可以跳，爷爷骨要断了。你可以做 break dance 吗？steady 啊。Thank you. I was a break dancer before. Seriously, he's a youth, right? 一家，你叫你爷爷奶奶，你叫你妈咪 daddy 跳吗？他们会跳吗？巴基，可以吗？来，不知道你明白我意思吗？是那个 influence 在 youth 写下来，所以他们因为 there's a baby boomer around your age， 可是不对嘞，我奶奶爷爷是有看韩剧啊，韩剧吗 ？Entertainment right？ So the first thing is because 奶奶爷爷爸爸妈妈看到你们小孩子看韩剧，how come 啊？他们就无意之间啊 ，out of the blue they go in， wow so nice 啊 ，so wonderful 啊。Recently I watched this show it's about 捉鬼的 ，okay, it's a very nice show. Go and Google very nice. I watched the season 1 and season 2 already. I love the season 1 because this guy was being bullied. He was a cripple because of accident. Then he nearly died. Then they give him power, that kind of stuff. Okay. 我觉得看韩剧比好过看台湾的那个，哇，有600多集、1000集，哇！ I don't know how they do I like the way this the SMART, the setting, main characters, atmosphere, rhythm, and the title of the shows. The what do you call the episode? 你看刚才我这样跳一下子，我都喘了，气喘如牛了。Can you imagine our 爷爷奶奶跳？你懂 K-pop 的 dance 很难看。Wow, you see all my cousin are all here. 哇，sorry 这个是旧的哈，你不要紧张，不要紧张。 我知道我的脸在里面。来，你看到 uncle 吗？来，这个就是 uncle 了，很 handsome 哦。我头发黄色哦。And then don't laugh at bloody hell. If you dare to laugh, I know you're covering your face. Nico, purposely put your face down. You say Bohan so strict. Look at me. 我跟你讲，等一下博翰 after 9:30他去toilet 会吐。哇，uncle 你真丑。等一下你的妈咪 daddy， 哇，你在厕所什么事啊？你吐了，什么事啊？没事，因为我刚才看到 uncle 的那张脸，我要吐了，我相信他要吐了。我一叫我跟你讲，这些全部是我的 girlfriend，你相信吗？不要臭美啊！马不知年长。You okay? Joke aside, this one, the what descendant of the sun, all these things. Korean drama has one thing. 我看过很多 different drama. I think Korean drama is always they have the moral story. I'm not saying the Chinese drama, the Hong Kong drama, the rest are not. But 他们是单刀直入，一针见血的 straight to the points. And I really love the dance. I tell you 一架 if I were to born this era, 我真的会参加比赛的。你不要笑哦。以前我在 break dance 我拿第3名哦。我现在 break dance 是995哦，在医院你去看我了。Okay, I can dance, okay? My daughter is in this type of dancing, okay? My daughter, seriously. So do you see the influence that entertainment has a very strong impact? Hello? 波波，你看到有阿公阿妈在这边吗？有没有？有没有看到？这边全部是年轻人嘛，对吗？是不是？ Yeah, even if the people watch Taylor Swift, they are all very old already. They just like the songs, right? And honestly, Nico, do you think all their songs are very nice? Not true, Agree not? I think their dance is very nice. I love G-Dragon, but no, not too bad. Okay, the food. Wow, very nice food, I don't like Korean food so much, seriously. I love Japanese food more. Sorry, my family loves Koreans make cosmetic. I don't need cosmetic, 我天然美就好。你要笑，把你的脸放下来，可以。你不用假放在那边笑，OK？ Okay, next one. Rejection of Korean entertainment due to the perceptions of invasion of Korean culture is a political reason, you see? Do you know North Korea? I heard, I'm not sure how true it is. They watch K-drama. The people were sentenced to concentration camp. Oh, you see the Japanese, you see, look at Japanese. 一架，你知道吗？你说and then 博汉and 新源 ，Do you know that 在100年前呢，韩国是一个殖民地controlled by Japan. Do you know that 一架 ？You know that? And then you know that? Korea was being controlled by Japan. During World War II, a lot of Koreans will be conscripted to fight in World War II under the Japanese flag. So of course now Japan see that the Koreans are taking over them. Of course, they treat Korean as slave, but now the slave become the master, and Japan become the slave. Of course, I cannot take it. I feel there's a threat. Then political reason. So entertainment right now can affect political reason. And this is a very good example, guys. Take note. Food 呢 my goodness, 我刚刚吃饱 my mommy dinner, birthday dinner. So okay, in fact, I love all the food here. I love all the food here. So this one, can you tell me is what food? Cannot be Chinese food, right? This one mostly are Japanese food, right? Because of the sushi. This one more like Italy food, right? Italian food. This one more Western food. Hello, where's my Chinese food? Where's my Malay food? Where's my Indian food? Roti prata. I miss my chicken rice when I was studying in England. When I overseas, I also miss my local food here. So you see, okay, this one next slide, is show you what this. Accepted a foreign influence and on the food landscape. So guys, great variety of food options. To a consumer like you and me, yeah, we welcome. But that doesn't mean we like the food. This is more to the developed countries, Italians, Western, and you realize now in Singapore, you will see Vietnamese food, Thai food, Cambodian food. Yeah, a lot, especially Vietnamese food. Why? Suddenly they change already. Next time, I don't know what kind of food they come out. So it's nothing wrong that they come to Singapore with their variety. We can have different taste buds, BUDS taste bud 不同的口味，美味佳肴，纯连三尺，对吗？那口水流到好像 3 inches. So is it good or not? Of course, right now it gives not only a variety of choice, but it gives a fusion food right now. Fusion, FUSION, fusion food. 创意我很创意。我们新加坡 lack of 创意 creativity and innovative， 所以我们用 food 来取代，就是去那个比赛的 culinary 比赛我们真是别出心裁，突破那些评判的想象力。Some of you will become chef. Most of my students become chef. They took this social studies, say, oh, agreement. Now I understand why this topic is very important in Singapore food culture. They bring 一个品牌，一盘食物代表了各种的文化。Reading in Chinese, this Chinese, a plate of food, a plate of dish right now, a plate of dish represent the multi culture in one plate. 谁能做到？只有新加坡可以做到。为什么呢？博翰，当我们放这个multi-culture into this plate 我们用一个字爱，爱心去做，就是说我们一样back to you 博翰，就是 respect。如果不 respect 这个传统这个culture，我就不会把这个放进去我的食物，对吗？去 present as 去 go for competition， 对不对？ But because I respect every culture, every food from Malay, from Chinese, from India, I put them, it become a fusion food, right? I present to the judges because I present it with love and respect. 评判不是笨蛋评判也是人他懂得感觉当他吃的时候，他知道那个口味是怎么样。而且那个 chef 是 come from all walks of different race and they explain to the examiner the presentation of the food, the dish. There you are. So I want to bring this to real life. It's not about topic. It's not about getting A1. Okay, you pass. Okay, look at this. That is 2014. Now it's 10 over years. The top 10 fast food change. I can tell you if I will show you the next slide. I don't have the next slide. I think this one already replaced by a lot of Asian fusion food. You know why not, Bohan? The reason is because nowadays people are very conscious right now. Conscious in eating a healthy diet. Right? They know these are all junk food. Therefore, Itya and Nico, they want a healthy diet to ensure I don't want to lose the culture and value. 我问你，小笼包跟点心都是 steam 的，对吗？虽然呢重要的不一样，对吗？可是你觉得这种 steam 的东西好过炸的东西吗？你自己去想你喜欢吃炸的还是喜欢吃 steam 的喷的东西？炸那个油跟不一样So this is where when some of you go to poly or JC, you study already, then you know about the nutrition, the intake of diet of food. If you are studying bio, you should know lah. So now you realize this topic also linked to other subjects like biology, others. Okay. And if you want to be a doctor, this is where you have to present this chart to your patient. Eat some more, eat then you die. No? 那叫我每次吃薯条不是吃不要吃薯条，吃喷的。好，这样我不要吃薯条，我吃炸鸡可以吗？更死得更快。这样我吃海南鸡饭可以吗？ 我把那个皮拿掉。可以 ，steam 的。Okay. Now, rejection of fast food, you see, I link to this. It's got to do, are you able to accept the KFC, reject the KFC, Burger King, McDonald's, and replace food? You realize now you go shopping center, it's all about healthy diet, healthy foods. And a lot of Chinese restaurant, most of them is from China, who come to Singapore. 锅贴，那个什么，板面、水饺 ，you name it 啊，这是几千人的文化传下来的。Especially when you are sick, you don't have appetite. I think you all prefer to eat Chinese food, right? Agree or not? We say, "Mommy, I want to eat Burger King." 除非你是老外啦，我不要讲啊，对吧？如果我们是华人呢，当我们生病的时候，我们会说妈咪、daddy 给你煮一碗粥给我吃吗？对不对？还是麦片鱼还是板面，还是粿条面，对吗？You won't eat the fried food. Why? 因为我们的祖先告诉我，这些油炸的东西会影响到我们的健康，影响到我们的the healthy performance. I want to finish all the slides today, okay? So I will end up chapter 10. So next one we'll do chapter 11. That is the last topic. And then we can start to do web reading. So same thing, next month we will have 3 lessons. I will tell you when. Example of rejection of homologizations, like Italy, they protest, demonstrate against the McDonald's opening next day. A lot of people feel that McDonald's, Starbucks, and Burger King, and Wendy, and KFC has kind of encroaching and destroying their cultures. But we have to open our minds to think about it that we cannot be very myopic, 就是这样是 very 短见. We sometimes have to allow this, you know why not? Really? Food also encourage employment. Agree upon? Yeah, 因为 fast food 嘛。可是有些人，你看我们这些中国煮菜的东西，有些师傅很神神秘秘的嘞。你讲就是说我有10招，我只能教你9招，我不要教你太厉害。等一下你跟我对面开一间餐馆，你跟我打对台，把我的生意抢走啊！可是现在的人不是这样想了，你有本事你就做咯，你有本事你有那个 EQ 跟 IQ 什么你就做咯。可是以前人不是这样想，所以他们觉得他们会把他的生意抢走。可是 American 不一样哦，你有本事你开一间 KFC 哦，跟我that's why Popeye right Four Finger Texas Texas Chickens Burger King Wendy McDonald's 还有什么？还有一个是什么啊 ？Shark Shack Carl Jr. Burger 对吗？ So all these, one thing I like American is that they really allow creativity, and the 永垂不是永垂，失败是成功之母。They don't scared of failures. We Chinese we cannot fail. The moment we fail, it's like 对不起祖宗18代。We cannot fail. We must succeed. And thank God, I can give you an example like Jack Ma and some of the top businessmen in China. I believe Xiaomi, Huawei. Jack Ma, Ma Yun. Just to name a few. Their life have been failing a lot. And they know this word called 失败是成功之母. That's one thing. But the thing is that through these rejections, they make them be more successful. 他们没有对困难的低头克服耐劳。So they pick up. So McDonald's is really because I work in McDonald's. I don't work in McDonald's, sorry. I work in KFC and Starbucks, and I work in a Japanese restaurant. The culture is different. Okay, they allow the freedoms to express, to do things. That's the culture. You see, they bring in the cultures. Because Americans don't have a religion to follow. Just do that is my culture, and that is why American got a very successful story. A lot of Tesla is one of them. You know that crazy guy who sent a rocket to Mars and fail and do again. Jeff Bezos from Amazon's, Facebook, you name it. Bill Gates from Microsoft, they all went through a lot of shit and failures, but today are successful. But Chinese last time were scared of failures, but not true. 如果没有肥料，今天我们中国会发明炸药跟食粮。对，So I feel that 好像食物你听过苏东坡肉吗？东坡肉吗？苏东坡肉吗？你看苏东坡也是做这个肉的时候，他也是 go through a lot of trial and error。我们 MOE 的 student cannot fail one，一 fail 就是哇很丢脸的。So fail in my class, but don't fail in the exam. You don't fail, you cannot taste success. A very good example is Thomas Edison, the one who made the light bulb. So this topic can teach you why the Americans are so successful. They don't fail, they will not give up, they will continue. See, even you see Bangalore, India, KFC restaurant, they claim that foreign food companies threaten their traditional agricultures, blah blah blah, imposing Western. But end up 怎么办？ When they see their neighboring country, see it, Wuhan, Ijia, Nico, Luhan, and Zena. Wow. Hey, ask them come here, ask them, come inside. Then they wake up already. They cannot have a closed door policy. If they close door policy, they will never survive. Okay? You cannot reject them. You must accept them. But wait, you cannot reject them, but you accept them with certain limit. Get it? Okay, you can do this. 最多在我这个国家你只能开20间而已 ，20 that's the max. And you must promise me you only can employ my local people, okay? And then you must promise me you must pay this amount of high taxes higher, okay? Compared to my citizen who open store, they also pay tax. They maybe pay 5%, but you as a foreigner you have to pay 15% tax. Cannot? You agree? Then you set KFC in my shop in my country. Get it now? This is economy. This is term and agreements. 你老师可能没有教你这个because it's a fundamental. So you see Italy, you see? Now you see? At first, no. Because they bring in a lot of cash and then 它带来资源 foreign investment 你现在你看这些反对党在新加坡说，不要带这些中国人、印度人、马来西亚人、越南人、泰国人、柬埔寨人、越南人、香港人、韩国人、日本人，或者什么国家的来新加坡投资，你神经病啊！如果没有这些国家开餐馆、开公司，新加坡人新加坡人民新加坡公民土生土长的新加坡人，你吃草不要给这些外国人抢走我们的工作。你去做了，你去扫地你去抹地你去洗厕所，你去做一个工作12个小时不要我有家庭，我要陪老婆 shopping，我要陪孩子读书，我要带孩子，讲废话嘞，你做啦。Who is complain? See, the foreigner taking their job off. They forget these opposition parties. These foreigners pay taxes heavier than anybody else and pay your salary, pay your housing, pay your protection for the SAF to buy the best weapon to defend Singapore. 他们也想到这一点。Cannot increase GST 很高我也叫你买 diamond ring 给你的老婆每个月吗？我也叫你每个月买 Ferrari、Lamborghini 吗？ The GST the taxing the rich. Sorry Nico and Ijia, Xing and Luhan, Wuhan and I'm not looking down. 我不是说一个扫地工人买不起一个洋房I don't say that 可能这个扫地工人刚好他买了一个万字票，中了大彩，他买一间公寓呢。做人不要狗眼看人低，他们忘记这些东西哇 how can you afford a Singaporean who have low income to buy house？ 我就叫你买 bungalow house 咩？对吗，博翰对吗？为什么这些人可以买 bungalow house？ 他们脚踏实地他们一天做10几个小时他们用头脑绞尽的脑汁去做工，去想办法，读了大学，读了硕士、博士，才有今天的学问、今天的知识。所以我赚这么多钱，你比什么？谁叫你以前你年轻的时候，你不要刻苦耐劳做工读书？要买房政府都给你一视同仁，每个人都有 EduSave 你不要读书是你的事了你怪我So there is a reason why. Why you playing? So they cannot understand why they are being stopped, Wuhan and Xinyan and Wuhan. It's because they are being brainwashed by opposition. And all these people who are mostly uneducated, they feel being threatened. Okay? 2 more to go. It doesn't always end this way. See, McDonald's closing all restaurants in Bolivia. Very seldom. But you see, when McDonald's closed in this country, Bolivia, you go and Google it. They are one of the poorest countries in the world. Wuhan, if you are CEO of the company, Xinyan CEO 全部都是 CEO 你还想去这个国家投资吗？你自己想你 stupid 了。So the Bolivar citizen, government shit must destroy. Hey, hello, but you guys say don't want what? So 我如愿以偿我 give you the consent, don't want to open now you complain. So what you want me to do? Now I want to bring back people, so don't want to come already. I build, I spend the infrastructure, I train the people, I bring the machine. Now I ask me to bring back my machine. You think free one the transport from Bolivia to US very free 免费用给钱不要了。你听过这句话吗？一时给蛇咬，10年怕蛇，对吧？Once bitten, twice shy. So now you understand. Okay, it's not like that. It's if you want to stop foreign the 3I the involvement, the investment, and the innovation, this you're going to be the worst country in the whole entire world. Worst country, in the whole entire GDP. So, Ija, I thanks to all your parents, all of you, whether you're Singaporeans or from China, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And to be honest, if one day Singapore is so sucks, and the government are all corrupted, and the PAP are like shit, you have the right to migrate out of this stupid country. 你没有可以留恋。你来这个国家，因为有 3S. It's a safe country, it's a successful country, it's a very systematic country. Okay? And it's a strong country. It's not a shit country. Right? So that's why you come here. Okay, what got to do with food? It all drill down with a lot of issue. To have a good government system, it's not about food or entertainment or religion or fashions. It's about how capable the leader can have 3M. How you manage with a matured mind. Ready? How you manage with a matured mind. 不要感情用事。Manage with a matured mind. 3M. I always tell my students, you must be managed to matured mindset and motivate, Okay, 4M, with a motivations. If the government is not motivated, 整天就是想拿这些钱去买自己的物质上的享受。你懂为什么唐宋叶明清会倒吗？因为他们的国王整天是捉蝴蝶跟那些妾，不管国家大事，最后怎么样？四分五裂，国家灭亡。Cannot. I cannot let China to down like that and call us 东亚病夫。A lot of countries in the past history, their culture and the whole country in Africa especially, because they cannot think well and end up their whole entire tribes, 那个族完蛋了。Okay, last 3 slides. Local culture influence fast food menus, yes, but it allows, you see, the savior flavors of foreign and local cuisine in a dish. So you look at this, these are all mixed. The beauty of Singaporeans, my generations maybe we don't allow to have creativity. We only believe do. This is Mr. Lee Kuan Yew's idea. But later when you get older, you realize the world has changed. You also start to learn internet. You also start to learn email. And do you know what, Lee Kuan Yew are against casino. He against casino, but slowly he was being persuaded to open 2 casinos in Singapore because he knowing that tourism will bring a lot of business to Singapore and also create 50,000 of jobs opportunities. Why not? And foreign investment. The question is, why not? But why? What if I change? What if they don't have this kind of fusion of food? Hello, Singapore has what to show to the world? Hello, Singapore is there something to show just a 1 week dog. No, but when people come to think of Singapore, think of wow, Singapore is 别出心裁, 金鸡独立. That is what we are. Sorry, guys. A lot of people say this generation is so sucks, so useless. Not true. I beg to differ. In fact, 你们就是真的要 to show the world that you are not that kind of person. You not only use your physical, but your mental. My generation use physical, not so much of mental. But now, that's why you realize a lot of students around mental stress 割脉啦、跳楼啊、自杀啦、vaping 啦、抽烟啊、吸白粉啊。以前我们的年代都没有这样没有这样多这种事情等一下就是我们就是那种流浪孩子，就是不想读书，幸亏我想读书。可是你看你们这个年代每个都是 at least O level， 因为 Singapore is a compulsory 10 years education， 所以你们的 education 一定有一个程度了。所以以前当兵就是没有学问的，就是做那些很出众的工作。现在不用了，现在是 technology 了。所以一山必有一山高嘞。So look at this one. Which one would you buy? In fact, both, right? You see? So, would you come out a teriyaki chicken now to have a side dish of French fry or guotie? Or do you put a side dish here, maybe 小笼包 or 叉烧包? And for this one, will you put 一碗汤 ？OK， 还是一个Singapore sling， 就是新加坡的 cocktail， so that you can beat your competitors. So whatever you study now, it's not only this. You have to use technology to enforce, to elaborate, and to explain to people why your product is better. To enforce your stakeholder, enforce 就是你不要给你这个公司倒，不要给这个国家的。So the government has to enforce it. Always must be creative. Elaborate it to give it 为什么？因为我们正在跟这个21世纪的 paradigm shift， 我们一定要用 AI. Can you explain why? If we don't do that, 我们会变成淘汰。Suddenly, I cannot say in English 淘汰是什么？ Eliminated, extinguish. Extinct, not extinguish. Sorry, extinct. 完蛋了。Agree 了，这个。Agree not, Nico? Agree not, Ijia? And you're going to be set for this year, right? Not you're going to be, sorry. You are set for this year, right? And you know about 30,000 candidates, including private candidates in Singapore and other countries are also taking O-level here. You are competing with them, going for JC and Polytechnic. Of course, I don't want to say the third one is ITE. It's so competitive that language and words and knowledge is the invisible power to make homogenizations and hybridizations in a different level, a different game master. So in your opinion, explain two ways. Okay, this is a very old practice. It won't change more or less. Agenda is like this kind of question. As usual, for you, you only say yes and no which one, but you don't say which one is better. Okay, take note. And of course, conclusion, dynamics, relation between foreign and local cultures, both can even write down all these important words, or you take a picture, I leave it to you. It's very important. And does not necessarily lead to a dominance or reductions of one culture. So the whole entire, I end my passage today. My chapter 10, okay, of you, that you see, it is not 各花入各眼，没有哪一个是好还是坏。一家你go，是看你哪一个，就是好像你跟你的先生以后要去一个晚会，你到底要穿那个 dress A 还是 dress B， 还是要放一个 pearl necklace， 还是放一个 diamond necklace， 还是你的头发要电，还是要直，还是要什么样，还是要软。At the end of the day, sorry, ladies, is your internal 的内在美，不是你的 bra, sorry, 你的内在美，你的 characters to show it when you go with your husband to a meeting, not buffet, a banquet, OK， 好像你的先生可能是一个 MP， 是一个 CEO， 因为他要跟那些大人物。So this is where your dynamism and how you show during the tensions. You know that this person is from Africa, Tai, then what must you do? This one is from Japan, what must you do? So it's where, and then what happens if also from China or Singaporeans? How are you going to approach it? The A, how you make your appearance, approach, and the most important thing, how to make it awesome. So the approach and appearance and awesome is the same as the food. Whether is it culture, is it race, sorry, is it culture, is it entertainment, is it food, is it religions, is it fashion, right? Fashion, like because the way you dress, the appearance, and how you approach to the person who dress like that. Okay, and then you don't say, 咦，这个女孩子，这个太太穿到真是，为什么穿到这样？ You see, the approach, appearance, and how to make yourself very awesome, to present yourself in front, to show the affirmative, that, okay, this is the dish I can accept as a fusion food. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, okay, right. Guys, I have completed my chapter 10 because I need to be fast. So next one is, oh yeah, not this one. Give me a minute, guys. Where the hell is my notes? Oh, here, sorry. Yes. Okay, we have done this one here. So Uncle Raymond is choose food followed by religions, impact result. Okay, so food to me. This is how I put it. I hope you can take this as a homework to do it for your essay as well as for social study. I leave it to you. If you want, you can submit to me. So let me collect my train of thought. So does the country really needs H1 and H2? I think I explained the last 3 slides of the 42 slides. And how does the government going to implement it? Well, it depends on countries. Well, some countries are very religious, like Saudi Arabia, Middle East, or countries that are very holy religious. I'm sorry, no. Certain things they don't accept it. Okay. Then of course you must know the meanings of these two. I think I put it there already, so I'm not going to explain more of that. Please read out. I think I explained very clearly what they are. And the next slide, we are talking about this one. Take note of all these questions here: reliable, belief, trust, proof. So you must say reliable, not reliable, believe, not believe, not believe, trust, not trust, proof, not proof, accept, not accept. Then of course you must have 3C, reliability. Of course, next week, Uncle Raymond will be talking more on the reliability scale with the answer given here. I'm not sure you all done this already, but it seems like nobody handing the homework. So I assume nobody doing because maybe you're preparing your WA2 exam. So I think I give to who? Antenna and Lu Han, that day you came for my free lesson in Glasshoe Club. So you can use this template, Bohan, because it means you can use this template for your O level. And please do not show this to your friend. Don't show here. Okay, if your friend have others, that's their issue. This one, once you say 5 marks, you see, firstly, secondly. So some teachers might tell you only do 1 inference can already. I leave it to you. So my previous school, do 2 inference. Okay? So in case your first inference is wrong, you got backup in second inference. Always must have a contingency plan. 哎呦，可怜的宝贝，你要睡觉。Bohan, 你要睡觉了。You're tired of me, I know. You're tired of me. Okay, so you must always have a cross-referencing. Never mind, next week, Uncle Raymond will talk more about this, how to do these questions here, demo with answer. Please do not miss your class next Sunday. Okay, do not miss your class next Sunday. I will go through that. And chapter 11 may not want to do next week. I will hold on to it in the following weeks. We will go through your reliability skill and some question to practice. Okay, Luhan, I hope you